What is up, everybody? I actually did not mean to start this out with this frame here, but as you guys can see, Shan and I will be hanging out next to each other, so I'm going to put it on the hold screen until some of y'all show up. I imagine there's probably... You have to excuse me. I'm getting all set up here, and I'm a little bit far away from the computer at this point, so I'll have to apologize for that. And so it's going to be a little bit different today, kind of a chill Q&A kind of thing. And Shannon is finishing up. She's finishing something up right now, and you'll have to excuse that because I'm trying to. We're trying to do something different. However, trying to get the live chat to come up so that way she can see it, read things off. And then, I don't know, like we're just gonna try a little something different. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. See what everybody's up to. If there's any shop news or anything like that that's going on, and it'll be a little interesting because we'll be sitting next to one another. Yeah, so if you guys have any new news, if you have any shop news or anything like that, let us know in the chat, or you can go over to our Shop Talk Screen Printing Q&A Facebook group, post something there, and if you got some sort of news, we can just pull that up and we'll talk about it. I can even just pull it up on the browser, see what everybody's been up to, and we'll get Shannon.
I don't care.
You look great. Get over here. Get over on the futon of safety. I have no idea what you do with it. Try. No. It's not.
No, it's in my pocket.
Oh, it's in your pocket.
Yeah. Alright, let me grab it.
And we'll get down to the brass tacks. Hey, what's up, Rye Beats? Hey. Matthew Grider, Merry Christmas to you as well. Greg Stevenson. No, we'll pull it up on your iPad as well. So just go over to...
Yes, I know where to go.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You don't need... What's up, Tom Mel? Maddie and Gnome, sup?
Tommy!
Tommy, yeah. Tommy is here. Matthew Grider, sup?
Just so everybody knows, Matt's being a bully tonight, rearranging everything and taking me out of my comfort zone. Just so you're aware, be mean to him.
No, I have not been a bully at all. I've been very patient.
You moved the food.
Very... Yeah, I moved it forward so we can sit... You know what? My back is hurting.
Your back's hurting now?
I'm like arching over. No, but I just wanted them to, be able to see us next together.
We had the Santa hats.
We didn't have time for the Santa hats. I'm not even finished with Christmas shopping. Which is
Matt doesn't have a present for me.
Which is pretty much code for I don't have a present for
I've
Shannon
been working
yet.
on Matt's for weeks.
You know the difference between Shannon working on something for weeks and I can't really say that I hadn't thought of anything, but I've been busy while you've been able to just kind of like, not that you hadn't been working or anything like that.
I was up till 6 in the morning.
Let's not go tripping. Yeah, all you had to do is hit buy. Just buy it already.
No, I didn't. And that's mine. Yours is down there.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is. Anyhow, we'll dive into that a little more. Not that that's what I want to dive into a whole lot, but all right. Let's see. Greg Stevenson, relax, Shan. Fiesta is only a few months away.
What fiesta? Am I invited?
Fiesta? What fiesta?
I know, right?
What's up, artists in screen printing? What's going on? welcome, welcome. So it's 7:06. Have you got it pulled up yet?
If you rush me about one more thing,
Not
I only have half my hair done.
It's fine. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We started setting up at 6.
Yeah, and you said this will take 3 minutes. I'm like, but I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, I guess it did take about 30 minutes. I apologize.
Yeah.
How long do you need to put your makeup on and do your hair?
Depends on how pretty I want to look.
Here, I'm going to put these on you.
Oh, just, to show me.
No, yeah, because, I mean, just a little low.
Yes.
Here we go.
Ow.
All right.
No.
So, Shannon's wearing the headphones today.
All right.
Because it looks cool. The Shop Gnome picture, right? The Shop Gnome picture? You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so pop up, just scroll down to the bottom of the page. Just no, I don't. Maybe it's different on an iPad. I don't know. How do we get through this, Shannon? How do we get through this?
Why was this sprung on me so? Like,
Is this? Can you read that?
yeah, I'll do that. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to get this party started?
Hi, Dobby. No, me.
Can you hear yourself? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little loud, but it's fine. I don't care. Can we just start?
Yeah, we can definitely start. All right, let me go ahead and kick this party off.
Oh, good.
What do you mean? Oh, good.
Oh, I was only half in the picture at first.
Oh, that was the wrong camera angle. But all right, let's go ahead and do it. Oh, they can't see us.
Oh.
This went over to the right hand side. I'll make it large though, so that way.
Why do you care?
I do care. What's wrong? Do I need to put it on a black screen real quick?
I am so out of my comfort zone right now.
Well, welcome to our fun little show where Shannon and I we're in the same.
Ow!
We're in the same view today, and
I don't know why you decided to do it today, but
why not? I figured why not, and we'll answer some questions and
just
because
watch me be uncomfortable.
I don't know. We're having a good time today.
Greg, oyster bake. Oh, who's playing?
Oyster bake?
Yeah, it's a San Antonio thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what that is.
You wouldn't know.
You should probably ask me if I care.
Oh my god, I would have totally seen Smash Bros. What are you doing?
I'm just adjusting the camera a
seen
little bit.
I would have, and I just did. That's the second time I've done that. I have used totes unironically.
Oh, I think I adjusted too much. So that's the second time you said totes.
Unironically.
You know what that means?
You're not being a Alanis Morissette show.
No, you're not like at the age where you need to retire or anything just yet because you're still saying really hip 2006 phrases. That's what that means.
You know what? Cool is still a thing.
Cool will probably always be a thing. Don't you think?
I don't know, because I kind of want to punch people that say totes, but at the same time, I just realized I said totes.
Well, totes is a different thing. Like, cool is a whole different thing. I think that one has some longevity.
Artisan, yo. I've started ignoring you. I'm sorry.
Here, just hold it up this way so that way you're not like looking at your feet. Anyways, how's everybody doing? What have y'all had going on this past week? What do you have going on this week? Are you actually doing any kind of printing this week? We are. I mean, we've got some things to do tomorrow.
We're telling everyone we're closed, though.
We're not telling everyone we're closed.
I am.
I mean, for the most part, we're telling.
I've been telling everybody since last week.
You see what I have to deal with over here? Like, when were you going to tell me this?
I think I told you last week.
Okay, no wonder it's been a quiet day. I can't lie. not that quiet. There's been someone that's called, but
Ooh,
I think one call, yeah.
Fun thing. I watched Matt almost get in a fist fight with a client today, or the last week. That was fun.
For the record, I didn't almost get into a fist fight.
I thought it was gonna be a fist fight.
Long story short, the guy had been just being disrespectful. We've taken care of him. He was kind of disrespectful and disrespected Shannon on the phone. Granted, he's like, says, quote unquote, that he's retired and he's working for a shop that we do some work for. And this shop recommended him to us. And this is probably the third or fourth job we've done for him.
Is it?
Yeah. Because it's always been like just real small, like heat press things. So I'm like, $18 here, $20 there.
I just remember he hates the dog.
Right, so he won't come into the shop. But he talked to me like a couple months ago about getting some family shirts done with the picture of their whole family and all that. And I'm like, yeah, just get the count, send me your artwork or the picture that you want on there, and we'll get them taken care of. A week ago, maybe a little longer, he comes with his family's name. He couldn't figure out how to send the picture even, which is, by the way, a picture of a picture on a computer.
It's very meta.
Which is absolute garbage to print. And then I told him $15 to $18 a shirt. He comes back and he's like, I want names on it. Actually, he told me he wanted names on it, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He comes in, but he's talking about 72 to 100 plus shirts at this point. And I'm telling $15 to $18 a shirt. Granted, these were going to have to be DTG shirts with some heat pressing on it. That's what I told him.
I don't know. It was your account. Like, don't look at me for like confirmation or any of those.
Yeah, that's what I told him. And then he came back and he's like, oh, I just want 17. And
benefit drop.
I want pricing now. And I tell him, I'm like, yeah, it's going to be probably about 15 a shirt to 18 still. If not more, but because he's...
I was already calculating in my head 20 plus.
Yeah, but because he's an employee of one of the companies that sends us some work, I'm like, I'll cut this guy a break.
And we love this guy. Well, not this guy, but he's the employer. He made us barbecue like our first weekend here.
Yeah, and so I was just kind of like doing a little bit of a favor, and it kind of bit me in the butt because he came in, gave me the names, the size of the shirts and all that, and he's like, I want these to be nice. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put you into a Gildan Hammer tee rather than like a 5,000 or 2,000, knowing that money is kind of tight for him. He's retired and has owned his own businesses. Apparently, I don't know. He comes in, I put the total together, and he gets upset. He's like, oh, this will be the last time I'm doing business with you.
Yeah, and so Matt and I were actually talking about that later after just a whole lot of just being disrespectful attitudes and stuff like that.
What did he say to you that was like, I mean, you told me, but I
called him to ask for his email address so that I could send him the quote and the order approval.
He called you on the phone, though. Remember?
Yes, but I called him, and then he all of a sudden, and I didn't realize, that you guys had already discussed that he didn't have a phone or an email address, which is, kind of bananas in the first place. So, I wouldn't have really assumed that. So, but anyways,
I'm surprised he has a phone at 65.
I know, right? But no, what happened was I call and I get through half a sentence for the art approval thing, and he goes, I paid you, and I'm like, I understand that, I just need a phone number for the art approval, just so that we have our paper trail, blah blah blah,
yeah,
so clarify that we're all on the same page. And he ends up cussing me out, and then he shushed me several times. And I decided, okay, we've decided several times that we decided that if someone says, "Well, I'm not going to do business with you," that's a drop. And if someone fucking sorry, if someone if someone shushes me at this point, no, I'm dropping them.
Welcome to screen printing therapy session.
No,
today.
I'm serious. If someone shushes me on the phone, they're that disrespectful, then no, I'm dropping them.
No,
decided that.
I agree. We talked about it because that what okay, it's like kind of segueing into Shannon saying I just about punched someone in the face. There was a lot of disrespect going on, lowballing, trying to do a favor, and because he is an older person, I'm just like trying to be respectful. And then he calls. What day did he call? Friday of last week.
Thursday, I think.
Thursday had. Anyways, the shirts were printed, and then because we were being lowballed, I pretty much. I mean, honest truth was supplies plus. Like there wasn't anything to be made off of it. Trying to do him a favor aside from maybe like 20% of the materials, and I was just doing it as a favor. And then he continues to like just talk to us awful, and he comes to the office after telling us. I tell him like your shirts will be ready this day. Comes in, he's like, or he didn't come in. He was actually sitting. Okay, he was in his vehicle. Didn't even come in. Let's just say that. And he's like, the name's on it. I'm like, no. That's like an extra $4 to do names. And that's kind of contract pricing, really. Like, I'm trying to cover our tails. I'm like, $4.
He means asses.
Yeah. Trying to cover our asses. Because he's...
No, I said assets.
Oh, I mean, because he's really got it
I said assets.
rammed. And I shouldn't... I shouldn't have like even entertained it. I'm like, oh, you want the names on it now? And I know because he's already kind of bitched about pricing and all that. I'm like, come tomorrow. We'll have them ready. Or no, actually, he came in the day that he thought they would be ready. Came into the office and then proceeded to kind of.
He harassed me.
Yeah.
He was just. He's like this little short man that suddenly I'm still like going like this, type thing.
Yeah, and I mean.
And like, you know what? If we're doing a job for you, we're treating you with respect, and we expect the same type of behavior.
Yeah, it's treat someone how you want to be treated.
Yes.
Like it wasn't cool. So he came in, and I'm out in the shop.
Mean to me.
I was either reclaiming screens or printing. Do you recall which one?
You were printing.
Okay, and I know that someone came in because the shop door over here from the suction tends to open the door, and I can tell by Shannon's face she's a little bit kind of like, okay, great, I have to deal with this again, kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop real quick. Yeah, I stopped in the middle of
I saw it and I was
printing
like,
an order that we had to have ready that day.
Hell,
so
guy.
I come in and he's like, young man, this, and
well, you
told
me you came in and he was yelling at me, and then he started yelling at you, and then you lost your temper because well, first you were pretty good about it, and then you just walked out, and I'm just sitting there with his face on my what?
So what happened was I
just see him stride by me.
What happened was, so he came in, said his piece and all that very disrespectfully, and then proceeded out the door. I'm going back out this door, and then he opens the door again. He's like, I'm gonna tell so and so. Like, I'll be honest, it was very childish. Like, he's gonna tell the person that he's employed by that we do a bunch of work for, and he's being disrespectful to us. And at that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let this guy have a piece of my mind.
Yeah, I just listened.
I went out there
inside,
and I don't feel bad about it whatsoever, because after all the disrespect that went down, like, I went out there and I wasn't nice. Like, every emphasis of a point was with an F word, or like I was just cussing up a storm, but I wasn't being.
I could hear him from inside.
I didn't call him any names.
Thank
I didn't
God.
say.
Thank God.
I didn't say anything disrespectful to him, but it was more like, you know, you lowballed us on the price. F word. You know, F word lowballed us on the price. You come in here and you F word, ing, Shannon, myself,
He doesn't like
and
it
then
when people do that to me.
and then you
Isn't he wonderful?
and then and then you're wanting names added on it. We're, you know, effing doing you a favor kind of thing.
Let's wrap it up though. It's Christmas. Let's not focus on it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Anyways, that's what's happened to us this past week.
Yeah. So basically, like, one of the things that I've taken from this and I've learned from this though is if you feel like something like a client is actually actively negging you out or making things unpleasant for the, you know, what you're charging, especially, would be just drop it, because it, like, when you're unhappy and you're not motivated, you're not getting your work done, and that it's a cancer. It's a cancer. It sucks the life out of the rest of your jobs because you're just upset and you're spending more time on them. And so, like, if you get a red flag like that, drop it. Like, if I ever, like I said earlier, if I ever hear someone shush me on the phone again, I'm done.
I can end this with a happy ending. He came back and
because you called his bluff.
He came back, and after arguing, I was like, okay, I'll just give you your money back. I already printed your shirts, and because I just wanted to be over with. But the silver lining to the whole thing, he came today, this morning, and I told him that I wasn't going to proceed on his orders after our argument. I don't have it.
You took it.
Oh, do I? Here. But we are able to resolve things, even though we did argue and things were very heated. He actually went to his pastor and talked about it, and he wanted to make things right. And I can't say I was still frustrated, but I still had my guard up when he did pull up and ask how the shirts were going. We did end up getting paid for the job, and there were there was closure to it towards where nobody's feelings were hurt, because we talked about his family that are in the picture and all that.
I'm still offended.
And
just saying.
I can't say that he's necessarily going to come back to us and do business again, nor do we want to do business with him again.
Oh my God, like, he said the word. He said, like, oh, I'm never going to do business with you, and I was just like, promise.
But wait, but there was closure when you think about it, and
but for you, baby, I got no apologies, nothing.
I'm trying to keep the.
Well, I want to drop. I just want to drop the topic, anyways. But
yeah,
I got no closure.
Let's go over to the.
This is a weird chat. There's not a real.
Yeah, chat. This is our. Okay, so
this is therapy. This is a therapy session. That's probably why we're all both on the couch.
Dang, you just blew my mind, Shannon. Anyways, yeah, let us know what you've gone through in the chat now, because. We go through. I can't say it's like that every week. It's not like every week that I'm getting into the argument.
There's only been 2 times that I felt, honest to God, disrespected.
I know that there's people that at times are like, I'm not happy with this, and then we try and figure out a solution.
But most of the time, people have been
there's been one time this year where kind of felt a little disrespected, and the name starts with E. LV.
Okay, yeah, that one.
Right, and I
was screamed at the phone.
but we were able to resolve things. He even texted me today wanting us to do some artwork for him.
I just think he
But
just
it
doesn't want to like try to find something else.
it did take kind of a client crossing the line and even pushing that line to the point towards where it's like, okay, this isn't okay, and this is how I feel about it. And what happens when it does get to that point, eventually I think there's that much of a closer bond a little bit, because even after that happened, we saw him in the car. He's like, yeah, it's cool, it's all
he
right.
hugs me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no,
I can't say that I'm gonna
hug
hug Charles, but I mean, he did start to tell me about his family, which means
he said the name.
It's fine. Nobody knows Charles
Well,
is.
he doesn't have an email, so I doubt he really is. This kind of thing. But no, there was one other time though this year that I really feel like I was disrespected. Like I remember I called you and I was in tears. I was so angry.
Right.
And I just she was screaming at me, and I hadn't done anything wrong, and it's.
Can you hear yourself okay?
Yeah, I can hear myself fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just. It blows my mind sometimes, like, how people think that we're the dancing monkeys.
There are people
you know
that
what?
just don't.
I want to stop now.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just going to say.
Positivity, goodwill towards men.
Right.
We're going to stop.
I'm just going to say that people don't necessarily.
That's not stopping.
A positive thing is people sometimes don't really understand how much it takes to do what we do, and sometimes just enlightening them helps.
Okay, yeah, okay, let's move that into that positive thing, because like one of the things that I do, especially when you're not here, like I mentioned to you, is I'll have a client in here, they'll walk in or something, I drag them into the shop, and I'm like, you see, this is what we do, this is the start, this is what happens then, and this is what happens then, and boom, bada bang, there you go. But you know what? Takes a while, and suddenly they get it.
Yeah. All right, you want to go over to the chat and see if there's any questions?
Well,
or
Greg says, shh, Shannon. I saw that.
That was
that was actually really funny, Greg.
Was that after the?
By the way, I want to know what everyone thinks about the dual thing versus.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you are enjoying us actually side by side.
I'm gonna lick his ear in a second.
You're gonna lick my ear, all right? Huh? I'm gonna. What is the character from? I think it might be Fat Albert, where you can't see his eyes and it's just like this. You're too young for that. Never mind.
No, I know it's Bill Cosby, but I just don't feel comfortable talking about Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was before. Okay,
no,
so.
It was not. It was before he was found out.
Just a coming, what up all? Says Brad. What is up, Brad?
Bad Brad.
Bad Brad.
What
did I say, Brad?
Yeah, you said Brad.
Sorry, it's on the phone. It's a little smaller. Let's see who else. Artisan Screen Printing says hello. You want to go through these?
Yes, I would love to. You're taking my job.
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. Like.
So Greg says, didn't know that you vaped. You.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because
he told me shh. So Greg, you're on my naughty list.
So Greg said that?
Yeah, Keith.
Right.
Vodka sparkling ice. And Artisan says you shouldn't feel bad at all here to smacking for yelling at me. Anyways.
Yeah.
And wait, what? Men are the worst.
and yeah, I do.
No.
Not to avoid the question, I do vape. I generally do it. I kind of treat this like being in front of my parents. Like, aside from my mom, like I don't like to drink around my dad. I don't like the vape. My mom's a whole different situation. With Shannon, with Shannon's family, even with her mom. Aside from having a beer or wine, I go outside and I'll vape out of a respect thing, and it's not. I've smoked for some time, but I blame it on Shannon. I wasn't
You
vaping.
did, yeah. You didn't
And
vape
then-
until you met me, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you started borrowing my vape, and then out of nowhere, you broke my vape. So we got a new one, and then we had two, and then he broke his, and then we just started.
So,
going-
long
So
story-
it became the vape, like capital letters.
Long story short,
He took mine, and now I have to share it.
Shannon peer pressured me
I did not.
into it.
I so did not.
I didn't vape. I mean, I drank.
Okay, you
But-
okay. Who made them key first?
Okay, let me put it this way. I can't stand the taste of cigarettes anymore, and I would smoke when I went out to drink. And so now it's kind of, we'll go out and I don't have the urge to smoke cigarettes.
No,
I can't necessarily say-
like copy me. That's all.
I can't necessarily say
so-
that vaping casually
Aw,
is...
Tommy says defend your
cigarettes,
nest. I love you, Tommy, so much. I really do. Okay. House of Garb. Yo, I think I already said that one. You should have Apollo talk to the guy. Oh, that we actually discussed that.
Oh, he doesn't like him.
I bumped that, but we actually discussed that. Next time, if he ever comes into the shop again, we're just gonna open up the door and let Apollo say hi.
Well, we've made it a point to put Apollo out into the shop or into the office if he's in the shop. And we actually did talk about that because I told Shannon, I was like, you know what? This just is where our minds went, was after he talked to us the way he did. Even though I resolved things,
And then he's gonna pee on the truck.
the comical thing about it was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with him. If he comes back, let's just make sure the dog is wherever we are. Because he's just being mean. But he fixed the situation.
Apollo bit the crap
Like a
out of me.
good Christian dude, he fixed the situation.
Apollo bit the crap out of me though because I pretended to I was smacking Scarlett on the butt.
Right.
And she was asking me to do it, so not child abuse. She was asking, and then I tickled her, and I went, "Rrr," and Apollo just bit the crap out of my hand, like to the point that I could actually feel the bones kind of crunch.
Oh yeah, I tested this out as well with Apollo, and let me just say that I mean, he's a protector. He's a good dog. So
Scarlett's his favorite, though.
So if anybody out there is watching and they want to come over to the shop and be mean to us, or if it even did come down to things getting weird,
Apollo's on our side.
Apollo will make sure things stay. Why did we even go back to that? Has it been that much of a week?
Well, it was like, the weekend with the kids, playing with them and stuff, and we were talking about him again, and we
Right.
were we were gonna sick him. And
Let's
so it just went, let's go to a happy place.
let's do the Is there any questions?
I wish I had a joke.
You don't have any jokes? Bah, Matt. What up? Shot One Creation. Have a merry... Battle Beast Ben, have a Merry Christmas. We appreciate you tuning in.
One shot, yo!
It ends. You are absolutely right. Shannon, read that off. And we'll actually
Apollo
talk
loves your
about
kids
that.
more than he loves you.
The youngest, he
I
loves
felt
her.
my dog will protect this baby. Yeah.
He loves the youngest the most. And
He does.
then I think Mac, myself, and you are kind of on par. And I think he hates the oldest
He does
the
not
most.
like Maddie that much.
because she pushes him around and slaps him, and
She punches him in the head.
then
Of course he doesn't like her.
but it's funny because it's not like, it's a little bit of aggressive play, so he will amp it up to the level of the softness. So if Madison's being rough with him, which she's 9 and she's almost as tall as Shannon,
She's over my shoulder, and I'm 5'7".
and she's rough, like she's a
She's
chevalier. I'll say that.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say she takes after you. Yeah.
Right. And so she's pretty tough, right? And she roughs him up. He'll rough as much as you give him. So to me, like, I like playing with him, and Shannon does too. And so one of the things about Scarlet, her patting Scarlet on the butt, it's like Apollo's like, "Ugh," and he will just grab the
oh my god, he almost,
living
he
dog
almost
doo
broke
doo
my hand.
out of your hand.
Yeah, because he's like, don't touch my Scarlet.
But when we can tell him, he's also smart too. Like, we can tell him to be sweet, and he can be roughhousing, and then tell him to be sweet, and he'll just be sweet. Like, he's.
But it's so funny. I watched Scarlet kick him in the head, and he just goes, "I love you." And also, what's really funny though is the moment, like, if I say "ow," like if he's playing too rough, he immediately just like sidles up and goes, "I'm sorry."
Oh, and even with Shannon, if I'm messing with her and he thinks that I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, but it doesn't tend to work for Shannon. Like, she can pretend she's like hitting me, and he's just like, what's going on?
Yeah, but the worst thing is though, in the real fights between you and me, he hides in a corner.
Yeah, and he just knows that we're just bickering. I think he knows.
When are our fights bickering?
Okay, so if we're just kind of arguing,
our fights involve throwing things.
If we're just arguing, and as long as there's nothing physical going on, he's sitting aside.
Okay.
No, does he attack? We're gonna move on. Anyways, he hadn't attacked me.
He hasn't attacked anybody. He gets scared of the real fights. Anyways, let's talk about screen printing. Is this what we're here for?
Let's talk
Battle
about
Beast Ben. Merry Christmas to you too.
Shannon's like, let's talk about screen printing.
Oh my god. How many players?
Oh, OMG.
OMG, like, totes. We seriously totes need to do this. Like, what are we on here for? I do that too well.
So far, I really haven't seen like any screen printing questions.
Well,
so
oh my god, you haven't been looking.
No, I looked. Has anybody even commented as to whether or not they like us sitting next to one another?
No one is.
Fine. You know what? Merry Christmas, everybody. We are.
No, but we have comments. No one's commented whether like the side by side versus the dual action thing.
What are the things?
Sounds weird.
Yeah, it does. One of the things I kind of like feel like a lot of the like Liberty T-shirt chick, Cam when he went live, or he hadn't gone live in a while. Us, Heart and Hustle, Rybeats when everybody goes live.
I think I kind of like this because you can't see my desk and it's all messy.
Yeah, that's also a positive thing.
I know. Yeah.
But it's kind of like an AOL chat where everybody's just kind of holding conversations. Like, we could probably just do a video where it's I almost said SOL, but I'm like, no, that won't work. SPOL, screen printing online, and it could just be a live feed, like constantly, towards where everybody can just go chat. Nobody's still that. I will report you if you steal that idea. I'm gonna do that. Just a feed constantly towards where people can pop in, just to be like, "Hey, what's up? Who's here?" Because there's a lot of live feeds.
You should stop talking about your inventions online.
It's not necessarily. It's nothing new, but I don't think anyone's done it for the screen printing community. Let us know down in the chat. That would be cool. Call it SPOL.
So, one shot creation says he's hiding in the corner because he's not sure who is the psycho.
Repeat that?
No. Rick Paul says, "Merry Christmas. Your kids are so cute together. I don't think Shannon should be on her best behavior every episode." Thank you. She gets away with Laura from the corner.
what that means is they saw the video and they know how much. You're probably familiar with how much a pain in the butt kids can be.
I'm thinking I'm kind of liking it like this.
Yeah, well, so
Well,
you can hear yourself for one.
For one, yeah, and headphones are cute, and my art piece right now has headphones, and you're bumping your screen. But also, I was already thinking of ways to like make it so it's not like me just staring at the phone. Ends Jason. Right. Hi, Jason. He says, Jason. Gag me with a spoon. Levi!
Over what?
I don't know. It's been a while. We've been talking. Okay, he has a question.
That's true.
One Shot has a question. How do I start screen printing? JBM Design, hey.
Okay, let's get to One Shot. One Shot screen printing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll tell you how I did it. And I plan on doing like a video about this because I do have videos, pictures, and all that stuff.
Let me stop you for 1 second. Damn it, Daniel! Answer my freaking email that I sent. Like I spent like very long time on, and I sent you like a week ago. Okay, go on.
I'm going to sum this up probably in 1 minute as to how we got here. Did a pre-sale, created a design, got orders, made a wooden press, got a hair dryer, figured out how to make a screen, use a blow dryer, took that profit, got a 6-color press, a flash dryer, made that work for a while, took the profit, a tiny conveyor dryer, and then washout booth, exposure unit, something decent. And then the last thing before the automatic was a larger conveyor dryer. So it's all about reinvesting that profit. Social media, use that, your connections, your friends, toss it out there, forums, all that. The end. I mean, you shouldn't, not that you shouldn't, but there's, I can't say there's no reason to not be able to get into screen printing, but
what?
Use your network of people that you know now and just tell them you know how to print shirts and take that profit from each job, reinvest it. Yeah.
I feel like I should like just print like everything that I wrote in that massive email I sent.
What massive email?
To Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I should just reprint a lot of that because One Shot's asking the exact same question that he did.
Maybe instead of it being the email that you wrote, maybe we need to compose something that can be free for people to. What? Don't you lean over right now. Okay, I know it sounds like a project. I'm not saying we're going to do it right this second, but wouldn't it be helpful? Okay, maybe like a mini book where it's like, not. We ain't talking Harry Potter here. We're talking Cat in the Hat with hand-drawn pictures. Jeez. A Cliff Notes version. Cat in the Hat.
I have a lot I do as it is.
Your definition, kind of like your the evening thing. I already went there.
Don't go with the evening thing.
Okay, so my definition of a book versus yours is completely different.
Yeah, yours is Cat in the Hat, and mine is Little Women.
Actually, it's not Cat in the Hat. It's The Giving Tree.
Okay.
Look that up. It's a great book. If you hadn't read that one, it's great for kids if you have a family. Why are you
doing a promo thing for that? Actually, no.
Because it's just a great book.
It's not a good book.
Why not?
Because the guy in it is a fucking sociopath.
No, he's not.
He just keeps taking, and the tree is like, I will give you everything. So A, he's spoiled, and B,
probably
and he just feels entitled to take every single thing from this living creature, and she just goes, I love you so much, I'll do it, and then the tree dies.
Who says it's a she?
The book does.
No.
Okay,
it's
fine.
Just a voice. Okay, so it's brilliant in the fact that there's a child and the.
It's teaching the wrong moral.
No, it's not. I think it's teaching the moral of that your parents will do whatever it takes. They'll give you everything until you have nothing left.
And you can keep taking and taking and taking.
No.
It's a selfish sociopathic book. It really is.
No.
Because he has no right to like all of those things. And he doesn't care that he's killing her.
At the end of it,
it dies.
No, it doesn't.
It's a stump.
Stumps don't die. They sprout.
If they're lucky. Anyways, so Jason, Jason says that he likes the couch thing because it can hit you more.
Thanks, Jason. Apollo, wake up.
Anyways.
Mom's touching me. Wake up. I'm going to do some Three Stooges stuff to you and stick my fingers up your nostril.
Just not the eyes. Claude says, Merry Christmas. Love the video.
Thanks, Claude. We appreciate that.
Lot. How's it going? On the subject of screen printing, what's a good affordable conveyor dryer to start with on a low budget?
Good affordable conveyor dryer, low budget. Used. First place I would look, Craigslist, local ads. There's plenty of sites that have used Facebook. Try and find someone in your area locally. Aside from that, I would say your compact conveyor dryers. There's plenty out there. I don't want to like kick out any names because I'm not trying to like endorse anybody.
One shot. Go on.
But there's many. I would say probably around the rent. If you're buying new entry level, I mean you're looking at $2,000, maybe even $1,500. But just take a look out there. I would say used is probably the best way to go if you're just trying to get a conveyor dryer. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go wrong with them, but there is always that aspect of something new. I can't say everything I've bought is new, and things just last. They last, so I wouldn't knock the used equipment. So.
All right. Well, One Shot was kidding.
Kidding about what?
The question.
What was the question?
Starting
what?
Screen printing.
Oh. Okay. I'm like, what?
Jim, Merry Christmas to you as well.
Merry
Jason
Christmas, Jim.
has copyrighted SPOL.
Who has?
Jason.
Jason's copyrighted it?
Claude has a question.
Well, hold on. I know this is something we've talked about. That's cool. Congratulations. We'll call it something else.
Wow, he's really Claude has a question. Claude, tell me your question and I will read it off. Glossy Berry says better layout.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Will I get better? That's good.
Jurassic, Merry Christmas.
What's up, Jurassic? Merry Christmas. I hope everything's going well and been killing it for 2019. Who's ready for 2020, by the way?
I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of regrets.
Regrets doing what for 2020?
Well, you know, hindsight's 2020. Dad jokes, yay!
Oh, well, way to work that in.
I know, I just thought of it too.
But if hindsight's 2020, that means we're moving forward knowing what to expect and how to better handle ourselves.
Okay, mine was like so much funnier.
That wasn't meant to be a joke. Okay, you want me to do a joke?
You can't blow my mind.
Oh, really? Let me get some peanut butter.
You did not just... Okay, you know, we're...
Nobody can even see that.
Yeah, I know, but I could see that. We're going back to the duel.
Anyways, I
You're
did something
You're disgusting.
that blew Shannon's mind. Would you say your mind was blown?
No, I was horrified.
Yeah, let's consider it blown. Anyways, moving on.
You be lucky.
Moving on.
You see what I did there?
Hey, we got our first caller for the evening.
I can't move. I'm tethered.
Do you want to answer it?
I'm tethered.
I can't move either because I'm trapped.
Yeah, you are. But it might be somebody.
Oh,
It's right there.
You know what the thing is? It'll probably go to voicemail.
Alright, if it's a voicemail from one of you guys, then cool. Leave a message and we'll call you back and I'll untether myself.
It's gonna be someone that
Okay, so anyways, DM... I could not hear anything.
I'm gonna go over here and screen this phone call. Okay, they hung up.
Yeah. I said Demo says a constant live chat will be way cool. My friends, family, and even coworkers are sick of me talking about screen printing. Yeah, that's all I talk about now too.
Okay, well I think we'll do that.
Jason agrees. One shot again. He's been running printing for 15 years. You got us. All right, you got us.
All right, Jason. Since SPOL is taken, toss some ideas out there for us. I mean, we'll come up with some ideas, but
all right, Jason.
Fine.
Later, go shower.
Here it is.
Clean.
I'm copywriting it right this moment as I'm creating this content because that's how copyright works. You can go back to the time and date. STOL. Shop Talk Online. You don't like that?
No, I'm.
Are you trying to get them? Okay, so
I need a little more space.
STOL is Shop Talk Online.
I wasn't even paying attention because I'm like tethered so much that I'm uncomfortable.
It'll be a live chat that's 24/7. Look for it very soon because I'm gonna have that thing going, and if I have to keep the computer outside on constantly for it to be a thing,
the computer starts very slow though.
It doesn't matter because it can just be a short loop of something with OBS and
Oscar!
a song playing. A royalty-free song, of course. It could be our intro that just loops over and over. Maybe not. Or it could be videos of us printing. Screen printing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was not listening. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll tell you what, when it's done, I'll go back and I'll rewatch this part.
This is gold because people can just watch it. I mean, they can watch videos 24/7, but
I just don't know what you're talking about. I was trying to get through the chat.
Here, I'm gonna tell you something real quick.
No.
I want to whisper something.
You just picked your nose.
I didn't pick my nose. I went like this.
Well, don't touch my hair with it.
Fine, I'll blow a booger on you.
Oh, we're still going back to Duel.
No. Anyways, I love Shannon.
Ow! That's my earring!
Hey, look, you look like the guy from Star Trek.
Ow! My earring! Fuck, dude.
You look like the black guy from Star Trek. What was his job even? Like it was just like
he was a driver. Oh, I'm thinking Galaxy.
A driver?
I was thinking Galaxy Quest.
No, he wasn't. He was like
I never saw it.
I don't know what he was. He commanded something.
Give me that back and stop. Ooh, that's not my fault.
That actually is your fault.
You know, if you had not moved this.
It's all over my shoes now.
Sorry, not sorry. I think we should go back to screens.
She knocked over a beverage.
Only because it was on the wire. It was like the wire path, and that wouldn't have happened if you would not taken away my things and hurt my earrings in the first place.
Will you stop that? Apollo's gonna bite you. Apollo, do something. I'm not gonna say ow because it doesn't hurt. It's bothering me, and I want to put my finger in your nostril.
I really think we should go back to dual screens. I don't think this is good for us.
Is there any comments you'd like to look at before we get out of here at 8 o'clock? By the way, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope everybody has
Merry Christmas Eve.
Had a great year this far, and we plan on doing another live that's just kind of like our year-end wrap-up. We just kind of want to goof off a little bit, talk about what's been going on today, and we really do appreciate all y'all tuning in. Phone call comes in. But yeah, I mean, we appreciate it and all the support you've given us. So Shannon's going to go back to the chat.
Adept has a question real quick.
What's that?
I don't know. It just says question real quick.
Okay. Just let us know what the question is.
It's about color spot process on light garments.
Okay, so I actually recommend spot process on white shirts versus doing SimYK. You'll get more consistent results. So the way you kind of want to look at it is when you do spot process on white shirts, you're almost looking at it like CMYK because you can overlap those colors, create new colors, as long as they're not like super predominant. In other words, if you're trying to make an orange, but there's purples, greens, cyans, blacks, browns in there. Sometimes you can overlap or use yellow and blue to make a green, red and yellow to make an like orange. And I'm talking about solid colors, but I mean, sometimes you're limited by the amount of colors that are on your press, and I would just say experiment with it. But I recommend it more so than CMYK because it can be super difficult. You'll have a lot less gain, more consistent results. So there you have it.
All right, in Glossy, it is our slow season, and we've definitely noticed.
What's the question?
Have you all been? She said it's been slow there. She's asking if we're busy. It's definitely our slow season right now. I've noticed like just a downward like thing in orders, but at the same time, it kind of still feels like it's our busy season.
Let's put it this way: I'm exposing screens at this moment, and we're going to be printing tomorrow.
We might have actually landed a major account, so that's really cool.
I reclaimed 14 screens today. Slow season, yes, because we're not completely blitzed out of our minds with what we have to catch up with.
But what is cool though is this slow season is nothing compared to last slow season.
Right. So relative to last year, it probably would have been a normal season for us, but relative to the overhead we have to paying ourselves, an employee, I'd say, I mean, yeah, it's slower, but
the orders aren't coming in as fast. But
normally, supporting 3 people versus 2 for 2 people, it's like, okay, we're fine, we're good. Adding a third person, it's like, ooh, it's kind of spreading things a little thin. But even with it being what we normally would suspect to be our slow season, it's not that bad. It's not crazy slow.
It's not as scary as it was last time.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
it's not great things, and it's like freaking Christmas and stuff.
Yeah, there's Christmas. There's more expenses.
My birthday.
2 days. 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 2 Shannon's birthday came up, but I mean that's like a moot point. But the main point is the fact that what's your birthday?
It's all the holiday season, Dick.
Okay, ass. Well, you know what? It's been steady.
Speaking of Christmas, though, guys, because we're about to wrap things up, Matt has yet to even figure out what to get me for Christmas. I've been working on his for weeks, so if you guys have any suggestions for him, don't put them in the chat, though.
Yeah.
I would say email, except I see the emails.
So, I'm going to say this. And this is what kind of really... Will you stop? Here, let's just take this off for now.
Ow, my ear!
You're knocking stuff over.
Well,
and we're gonna wrap this
there,
up.
And you put that there.
The reason I hadn't had time to find her a Christmas present, aside from the fact that she still thinks it's her birthday, is the fact that we have, for the two of us and our part-timer, I
forgot Michelle.
I hadn't. I thought about that. You know what I thought about doing for her?
What?
A new sticker for her window, something she likes, or maybe replacing the one okay.
That's great.
And then to change the timing belt of her on her car.
That would be wonderful.
So it's, when she leaves, it's not going. Like I'll crawl into her car.
Let's just do the timing belt thingy. Let's just do the timing belt thing because we don't know what kind of sticker she would want if we're gonna surprise her.
One okay. Anyway, so what I was getting at is I'm still.
Why do you have a present picked out for her and not me?
That was easy. Her belt squeaks. I got it. That's why. Okay, because it's not like a real. Not that it's not a gift, but
chat and you need to wrap it up.
the point is that we've still been busy with like keeping it up with screens and just there's not been a day where we haven't had anything to do. Let's put it that way. Versus in the past, we would just play video games and be like do some marketing stuff, and I mean you can't force business to come, but you can put yourself out there.
Okay, so Sleepless Prince, actually, just email me personally. I can't promise I'm not gonna copy and paste, but I do have some tips for that. Email me personally, Shannon at MikeyDesigns.com. I can actually give you a direction to go in for that. Oscar!
Hey, what's up, Oscar?
Shara, can't wait to start my screen pop printing again. She needs to reclaim his screens for the summer. From the summer. Ooh. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy.
We don't. Go ahead.
Well, Adept says thanks for all the videos. They have been great, and my family appreciates it. Do you think you could do a video on color spot process on light garment with a solid white base?
Yeah, I could do that. I mean,
it's kind of the same concept.
On a white shirt, you don't really need a white base.
I mean, blue or something.
You could potentially use. So, one of the things about white is you can use it to get a better gradient.
Sorry.
What are you laughing about?
Glossy says to get me a new chair.
For Christmas? Yeah, I told her. I'm like, I'm going to get you an office chair.
This is mine.
Yeah, you knocked mine over on the floor.
You put it there.
Oh, my God. Anyways, yeah, I can create that video and probably do something step by step.
Somebody else was asking about a video. I did mention it to him. I'm sure he wasn't listening. I will go back through the emails and figure out who you were, and I will definitely bug him about that because someone did ask for a video.
Get a little closer. Get a little closer to the microphone. Now say it again.
Yeah, and this is why, like, I don't. Yeah. Okay.
And this is why it's not rated PG. How did you not pick up on that? Here, let me circumcise this real quick. Now we're good.
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna bite you. Anyways, guys, I think that's all we're gonna cover for tonight.
You goddamn right. Ow! Dude, stop.
You didn't have to say stop.
That's
already had stopped.
Gross. You know I don't like girl cooties.
You want my cooties.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I really don't.
Okay,
let's wrap it up. Okay, let's wrap it up.
I'm trying to. You're the one that fucking pulled that. All right, guys. If you need something, please send me your email.
The microphone's over here. Let's practice.
I will bite you again. And we have to go back to dual ones. I can't do this. Oh my god.
Shannon, I got a question for you. Hold this real quick.
No.
Okay, I'll hold it. Okay. When talking in the microphone, do you bring your mouth to the microphone or you bring the microphone to your mouth?
I smashed it against my boyfriend's face.
Okay.
Just ruined your joke.
Okay, let's say proper.
Nope, ruined your joke. We're done.
Let's say
the job is done.
Proper eating etiquette. Proper eating etiquette. Let's pretend this is a banana, okay? Now, do you bring the banana to your mouth or you bring your mouth to the banana? How would you go about handling that? No, how would you go about eating a banana?
Anyways, guys, we love you. Merry Christmas. He's disgusting.
The proper answer is bringing the banana to your mouth because you.
Yes, and Merry Christmas. We love you guys, and I promise, I think it's here.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. That's pretty gross. Now my ears smell like spit, and
we need to go back to the dual thing. I don't think we can do this.
You see what I have to deal with here? Like,
you were the one with the banana jokes.
All right, well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
We hope everybody has a great
Happy
Christmas.
Holidays.
I hope y'all enjoyed watching us fart off, and we really do hope y'all have a nice, relaxing time.
We really
do.
God bless us, everyone. Whichever God you believe in. If you don't, then bless yourself.
There you go. Yeah, y'all have a good time. That's dumb.
I don't have a joke.
Anyways, Merry Christmas. We're getting the hell out of here. Peace out.